Hi, my name is Megan White. I'm a certified yoga teacher here in Sacramento, California. And I thought I'd put together a short flow for today. It'll be about 10 minutes. If you're like me, you're still under quarantine. And so times are a little crazy right now. And so it's so important to just take a little bit of time to connect with your breath, connect with your body, and maybe start your day, restart your day, or close out your day. So this is something that will accomplish all of these. I think I'm gonna have my little dog S'more here practicing along with us today too. So it'll be really nice. So just take a moment to wherever you are, sit, connect with your breath. We'll do this just briefly, but let go of whatever is going on in your mind. Maybe close down the eyes and take a big breath in and exhale, push all that out. Go ahead and breathe in one more time and exhale, letting all that go. The next thing we'll do is find a nice neutral spine. The best way I've found to do this is to go ahead and bring my torso a little forward and then bring my torso a little back, even with support from my hands, and then walk myself up to that nice neutral spine. Shoulders are moving back, shoulder blades are moving back as well, but then they're also relaxing down. We don't need to be like this all day, right? So just go ahead and relax into that. And maybe loosen the jaw too if you're like me and you hold some tension there. And just relax. And we'll start with some really nice gentle shoulder roll or neck rolls. So bring your chin to your chest and then roll to one side towards the ear and then roll to the opposite side. And again, rolling down and then opposite side. And we'll come all the way around, letting our head roll to the back of our mat and just feeling a nice stretch through the neck. Coming back up to neutral, I'm gonna move my ear towards one shoulder. And as I do this, I feel this stretch through the opposite side, but sometimes I'll also notice that my shoulder will creep back up. So gently guide it down, reminded that it's okay to relax. And back through center, and then we'll do the same thing opposite side. Relaxing, coming back up. Now we'll get a little bit more into the whole side body. So I'm gonna take my hand and put it down on the mat, and I'm actually gonna feel the stretch through this side. So you can either walk your hand out, or you can place your forearm on the mat, trying to keep that hip seated on the opposite side, and reach this hand up, feeling a really nice stretch. You can relax and let it go, let the head go. Then we'll come to the opposite side if S'more's gonna let us. So tush and hips stay down on this side. Maybe give your dog a kiss and reach up and over. Nice side stretch. All right. And then we'll let that go. A couple nice shoulder rolls forwards and backwards. And now that we've gotten into the neck and the side body, we'll go ahead and start to move into the hips a little bit more. So I'm gonna take my feet and butterfly them. This might work in your body, it might not. And also noting if your feet are closer to your body, then you're gonna feel a different stretch than if your feet are further away. So just something to play with. You'll feel it in your legs in different places. So where does your body need it today? Knees do not have to come to the mat. I don't think mine ever will. But you can put blocks underneath here if you need a little extra support. Nice straight spine again, and we'll move forward. I'm gonna hold on to my feet. This helps me kind of come into the pose deeper. But if you'd like something more passive, you can just move your hands out here and relax down. And then walking back up, again, that nice tall seat. I'm gonna move one leg out and the other foot is gonna come to the inside of that thigh. And then I'm gonna get a nice stretch here. I'll feel this through my hamstrings and everything. So I'm gonna move my torso so it's looking towards the foot that's extended. Reach the hands up high and then come forward. Now, if you want to be active in this, again, you use the leverage of your feet. You can pull yourself down. Or if you want something that's more passive or this isn't accessible to you, use your hands and just sort of come to where it works. I can even feel as I grasp down with my hands a little bit more on the mat that I can really get into different parts of my hip bone or my hips, which is kind of nice. But this is a great option as well. And we'll come back up. Opposite side. So now this leg's gonna come straight. I'm gonna bring this foot into my thigh, straight up, reaching up high, and forward fold over. I always think it's important to remember that your sides are not gonna be equal. You came into this world with both sides equal. You're probably not gonna exit with both sides equal. So just know where you are. You can stretch further on your, one side versus the other. That's great. Don't ever sweat it. Yoga's certainly not gonna fix all that, right? So then we come back up straight, and now I'm gonna come into a forward fold. So I'll just move to the side so you can see me a little bit better. So get a nice tall seat again, seems to be the theme of the day. We'll reach our hands up high and then forward fold at our hips, coming down to our feet. Again, perfect to use the leverage here if you want to pull yourself down, or if that's not accessible or you're not interested, hands can kind of walk you out. Nice stretch here. And we'll walk back up. Now we'll get into our thighs. I'm a runner. I'm sure a lot of people have been running and walking a lot with this whole situation. Quarantine, it's so great to get outside and to get a workout in, but I think a lot of us are taxing our quads maybe more than they're used to. So this is a stretch that I found handy. It's also relieves shin splints for me as well. I don't quite know why, but it's something to try if you're suffering with shin splints, because I know that is no fun. So I have my shins on the mat, and I'm just going to, snarl at me, I might scooch up a little. I'm going to come into a nice stretch here. So I'm leaning backwards. I can even, engage my triceps a little bit. I try here. And I can even, for more intensity, move my knees up off the mat. So just all options. When I do this, I feel a really nice stretch in my feet. And our feet can be really neglected. So it's a great way to stretch through the quads, the shins, and the feet if you want to go there. We're going to release this by doing a child's pose. I'm going to do, this is called embryo, so knees are together, or narrow knee child's pose. Come right down here. Just a different variation of child's pose. And as you're ready, walk your way back up. And then we'll go into that stretch again. And we're going to come back. Maybe you can go a little bit further this time, more relaxed, the further I can go. So maybe even relaxing the head back. And walk yourself back up. This time let's do child's pose, but more classic. So my knees are gonna come out to either side, just something to play with, see which one works best in your body as I forward fold, releasing all that. Hips come down to, tush comes down to heels. And let's walk our way back up. So in less than 10 minutes, we've gotten into our shoulders, into our neck, into our side body, our hips, our quads, our feet, our hamstrings, but we haven't done the back yet, that back bend. So if you're nervous about back bends, let me show you a really awesome passive back bend that you can do. If you have a yoga block, if you have a bolster, those are great options. If you have neither one of those, everybody has a blanket. So go ahead and take a blanket. You can roll it up a little. And I'm just gonna place this right here where my lower back is. This is also great if you have sciatica. I found this has been really, really helpful when my sciatica acts up. So we're just gonna lower down all the way to the mat. And the blanket provides the back bend. Hands can be in goalposts, out to a T, maybe even relaxing your hips down. In fact, that's probably the way to go for me. Just reminding yourself to give into the earth, relax the body, and enjoy the stretch. If you want to feel it a little bit more through the whole body, hands can come overhead. Maybe wiggle those toes, those hands, and come back down. So last a little bit of lower back, a nice massage. We could all use a nice massage. You can keep the blanket underneath if that's feeling good, and bring the knees to the chest and just sort of roll back and forth. When you've got your triceps on the ground, it's nice because you can just sort of bounce your knees back and forth. If you're not feeling that, this traditional little roll that we all learned when we're like in kindergarten or something like that still works great. And as you're done, release yourself to the ground, palms up in Shavasana. And let it all go. If you can take a longer Shavasana, I encourage you to do so. If you don't have time for that, wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, knees come back into chest as we roll up. Coming back up to our seat. And just being grateful for the couple minutes that you gave yourself today to get started, to reconnect if your day was stressful, or to let it all go at the end of the day. I appreciate your time. I'll be putting yoga videos up twice a week. So if there's something you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate it. Namaste.